There is a quiet habit many strong people have. They avoid, not because they are weak, but because they learned early that survival meant moving on. They don't talk about the pain. They don't sit with disappointment. They don't revisit old wounds. They say things like, "I'm fine. That was a long time ago. I don't think about it anymore." But here's the truth. Ignoring pain does not make it disappear. It only makes it operate in the background. Most people are not broken. They are unexamined. They carry unresolved anger into conversations, unprocessed grief in relationships, unhealed rejection into their self-worth. In Columbus, Ohio, there was a man in his early 50s who had everything people associate with success: career, family, stability. But every time a conflict appeared, he shut down. Not because he didn't care, because he never learned how to sit with discomfort. He didn't explode, he withdrew. And over time, distance replaced connection. Avoidance feels peaceful at first. No confrontation, no emotional effort, no vulnerability. But slowly, it creates emptiness. What you refuse to heal eventually controls how you react. Pain ignored becomes patterns. Patterns repeated become personality. And most people never stop to ask themselves this question: what part of me am I protecting by not facing this? Let's be honest about something. Avoidance feels safe. Healing does not. Healing requires honesty. And honesty threatens the identity you built to survive. For many people, strength meant silence. Endurance meant emotional numbness. Moving forward meant never looking back. So when life finally slows down, when the noise fades, the unhealed parts begin to speak. That's why some people feel restless at night, irritable for no clear reason, disconnected even when surrounded by others. In Bristol, England, a woman in her 40s described it this way: "I wasn't sad. I just felt nothing." Numbness is not peace. It's postponed pain. Ignoring wounds feels safer because it allows you to keep functioning. But functioning is not the same as living. Pride also plays a role. Many people believe healing means weakness, that revisiting pain means reopening wounds. But here's the truth. Unhealed pain leaks into tone, into reactions, into decisions. You don't need to relive the past to heal from it, but you do need to acknowledge its influence. Strong people don't avoid reflection. They respect it. And the older you get, the more important this becomes. Because time doesn't heal everything. Awareness does. Healing is not emotional chaos. Healing is a discipline. It's choosing to look at yourself honestly, without judgment and without excuses. In Vancouver, Canada, a counselor once said something simple but powerful. Healing begins the moment responsibility replaces blame. Healing doesn't mean crying every day. It means noticing patterns, naming triggers, creating boundaries, allowing yourself to feel without being controlled by feeling. In Adelaide, Australia, a retired tradesman shared that the hardest lesson of his life was learning to sit quietly with his thoughts instead of distracting himself. He didn't fix everything overnight. He didn't suddenly feel lighter. But slowly, his reactions changed. His patience grew. His peace returned. Healing rewards consistency, not intensity. Small moments of honesty, regular reflection, choosing growth over denial. If you've lived long enough to carry stories you never talk about, this message is for you. You don't need to reopen every chapter, but you do need to stop pretending some chapters didn't shape you. Ignoring pain costs you clarity. Healing gives it back. If this episode spoke to you, stay connected. Follow this podcast and turn on notifications. The next message may arrive exactly when you need it. And if you know someone carrying quite a weight, share this with them. Healing is not weakness. It's a responsibility. And responsibility is where real strength lives.